All right, everybody, this is Let's Just Talk Fitness with your boy Trey. We are back again, man, with a whole nother interview. Again, these things keep coming back to back. People like the one you're seeing here are literally, just telling me they want to share their story. They want to jump in. They want to, get their story out. They've been waiting to do this. I keep hearing this. So if you are that person, hit me up, comment below, leave me a message, send me a DM, anything of that nature, but do what she is doing here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Share your story, come out and talk about the journey and the struggles you've gone through. But with that said, man, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with anyone that you know as well that it may help. And thank you for watching it. Thank you yourself for watching it. That shows me that you're very serious about your fitness. With that said as well, I'm also a trainer, so hit me up if there's any aspect of training you need. You good? But if
I'm sorry, my dog is barking. I'm so sorry.
No, you all good. This is golden. This is golden.
I'm so sorry. Let me let him out real quick. Baby, come here. Go.
So yeah, man, like I said, your boy's a trainer. Again, coach/trainer. So hit me up if you have any inquiries on that as well. Also, join my email list below. I'm an affiliate marketer / email marketer. I sell affiliate products, fitness products that can help you level up your fitness, as well as I send out free content, health content, as well as other stories, personal stories about me. So you can learn more about me as well if you join and sign up to my email list. But with that said, I want to go ahead and bring in Giselle. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm doing great. Hey
That's
guys, my name is Giselle Calderon, and yeah, I'm so excited. I'm super excited for this.
And
I know you're doing great, right?
Oh yeah, I'm doing amazing. I mean, like, and again, I told you from the start, we talked before I even hit record. I love doing things like this. I love when people get excited like you, Giselle, who really want to share what they've been through, share their journey.
Yeah.
You want to literally tell people, what it is that you've gone through, things that they don't see on social media. We talked about this before the recording. You said they only see 10%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
there's been moments I've went live on TikTok, and people on TikTok, they'll be like, and they'll be like, "Well, I didn't know that you were like this." Or I was like, "Yeah, that's because you only get 60 seconds of a video or 10 seconds of a video." But you were right when you said that. So today we get to truly break down who Giselle is. You know what I'm saying? What's behind, just a nice smile and a pretty face. We need to see who she is and what's in that head. So I'm here.
Yeah, you gotta see.
Yeah, I'm here as your boy. I'm gonna dig it out for all y'all who are very curious about who Giselle is. So to start off, Giselle, where are you from and where'd you grow up? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so I was born here in California, in Los Angeles. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, and I lived in Koreatown, and there's like Los Angeles, but there's like Koreatown, So I lived in Koreatown for 16 years, and then from there we moved to the Inland Empire, still in California. So now I live in the Inland Empire, and I've been living here for I think about 6 years now. 6 years now. So yeah, that's where I'm from. Wow. And yeah, but I'm in LA, born and raised though. So sometimes I miss LA. Hey. Sometimes I miss LA just because it's like, there's so much to do there and stuff. Or like I have like a lot of old friends there too. So but we still keep in contact. It's all good.
That is dope. I mean, I envy you. And I know I told you this maybe like yesterday. I envy you because I've always wanted to live in California. My first love for Cali came from skateboarding. I used to skateboard. That's another thing you probably didn't know. But I used to skate, and I'm like 6'2" on a skateboard. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but but like seriously, like that, I fell in love with Cali after falling in love with skating, and that was just a place that I just adored. From the valleys and the hills to the weather. I mean, every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever thought about leaving? Or are you just like, man, I'm so grounded in this, I just couldn't see myself going anywhere else?
Yeah, I think I'm just so grounded here. I think I'll stay here. And even, well, it's very expensive, but yeah, it's very, especially right now with like inflation going on, it's crazy. But yeah, it's very expensive, but I don't think I could leave.
You don't think you can leave?
So
I
yeah,
get
I
it.
mean, of course I could travel, but that's for like a little bit. I gotta come back here.
You got
Yeah.
to. You got to. Cali has every, like I said, Cali is literally every aspect of what I want in terms of living, lifestyle, things of that nature. But I did hear it's expensive. I heard like, Cali is like Hawaii. I heard in a sense of, just the aspect of you can, I think a gallon of milk, I think somebody told me was like 10, almost close to $10. I'm not sure if that's true.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really drink milk, so I don't really buy
Okay,
it.
okay. No, I got you. No, that's probably
But
why. That's probably
I'm
why.
pretty sure it is.
Yeah, yeah. You probably didn't got used to not drinking milk because it's probably so crazy. It's like I heard it was like $10. I heard it was like $10. I was like, what the heck?
Really? Honestly, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, especially it just depends what market you go to.
Oh my
Yeah, so
goodness.
I wouldn't be surprised. It probably is. It probably
Ooh.
good
Like
thing I don't drink it then.
and exactly. And that's why I'm trying to, I'm trying to build this personal brand up, y'all. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to my channel. But
Yeah.
like seriously, but that's amazing. So you've always been in Cali. You've never really lived anywhere else outside of Cali.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Born
Wow.
and raised in Cali.
Wow.
Yeah, my parents are Salvadorian, so I'm Salvadorian. I'm
Mm,
Salvadorian.
nice.
They were born over there, but then they came here when they were like young.
Nice. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. So are you in school and what's your occupation also if you have a job?
Yeah, so I am in school. I'm about to graduate in like next weekend. I'm graduating next weekend.
Hey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm super excited. I feel like when I graduate, it's not gonna feel real, I'm still gonna like, I'm gonna be in that school routine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so I graduate next week with my bachelor's degree in kinesiology. So I go to a school here. It's nearby. It's like near my house. It's called Cal State San Bernardino. So that's where I go. And as oh, my occupation. Sorry, I was like, what was the other
No, you're
question?
good. You're good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right now I just have a part-time job. Right now I'm working at Ross, just for less. Get the deals. Just for less, get the deals. But I recently did land another job. This is for sure going to be more like my main job, my full-time job, which is a trainer. So I recently did get certified in February, which is when I started posting like on social media about like health and fitness. So I got certified in February. So now I am going to be a trainer at a private gym. It's like it's local to me, so I'm going to be a trainer at a private gym. So I'm very excited for that too. So
Wow,
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
dope. Oh my goodness. Like that is amazing. So as you were talking and saying, oh, first off, what is kinesiology? If you want me to ask for people who don't know.
Oh yeah. Kinesiology is the study of body movement. So it's like that career. You can be a trainer. You can be an athletic trainer, physical therapist, occupational therapist. What else? Oh, physician assistant. I'm trying to think a little bit, but yeah. So usually those careers are with kinesiology.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dope. Has this always been you? Because again, your major is in body. It's in some form or in some aspect about the human body. Has this always been you? Have you always been just curious in the human body, or was it something that just recently happened, maybe throughout because of something in your life, or has this always been you since a kid?
Actually, no. So,
Hmm.
no, before I wanted to be a police detective for like the longest time.
Whoa, well, that's completely
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, it's completely different. Yeah. I remember like in middle school, I would always talk about being a detective. Like I used to watch Forensic Files, 48 Hours. I used to watch those type of shows
Yeah.
like crazy. Like literally, I used to watch it and like her arm fell off and they cut like it would be like so dark, but I would watch those shows. Yeah, so I wanted to be a detective from like middle school. I didn't change my mind up until I think senior year of high school, because then that's when you start, applying to college.
Yep.
So then that's when I really decided, like, okay, I think I'm gonna go kinesiology because I feel like this is more me, my passion.
But why?
So
Why do you think that was you? Like, what about it made you say this is more me?
oh, well, like how I've told you before, so a lot of people don't know this, but when I was from 13 to like about 15 years old, I was anorexic. I had anorexia nervosa. So that was a really obviously a big toll on me, not only physically, mentally, everything. It
Mm-hmm.
was a big toll on me, but it definitely steered me in a once I got better, once I overcame that and I started getting better, I started realizing like I want to help people, not necessarily like how do I say it? Like, I don't want to project my thing onto people like, oh, you're going to be anorexic. Like, not like that, but it's more like I want to help people not have the type of mindset that I had,
Yeah.
when it comes to fitness. So I came to the conclusion. I was like, you know what? Detective is cool and all, but I got to go with kinesiology because that's just, it just resonated with me more.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, that's why I
Absolutely.
changed it. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
amazing. So anorexia, again, something you dealt with. How long, when did that start?
When I was 13.
You were there.
So yeah, it started all because I wanted to lose some weight. So
Wow.
I didn't do it intentionally.
Mhm.
Because well, not all the time, but most people I feel it's kind of like an intentional thing. Like they'll
Mm.
like intentionally like starve themselves or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Like me, it wasn't intentional. It just happened. Like it just happened. And yeah, so I was 13 and I remember I thought for some reason, I don't know why, but I thought I was overweight and all these things. You
Yeah.
know how it is when you're like during that in that age,
Mentally,
or
yeah,
around that
yeah.
time.
Mm.
Yeah, so I apparently thought I was overweight. So I remember I just wanted to lose like 10 pounds, not even a lot, like 10, 15 pounds max. So I started exercising. I used to do home workouts. So that's how I started, like just doing,
Mm.
like literally look up YouTube workouts because there's
Yeah.
like a billion out there.
Billion, yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot. So that's how I started. And then it started off fine. And, again, I lost that amount of weight,
Mm.
but it became an obsession, like an unhealthy obsession, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it started.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha, gotcha. No, that's very interesting. Because, and again, I ask you that because I know usually or typically when someone deals with anorexia or body dysmorphia, things of that nature, a lot of times
Mhm.
it'll be acquainted with bullying, or maybe someone fat shamed them or someone. But you're saying that this just kind of not, it wasn't bullying or someone picking on you at school. Oh, she's fat, or your parents or your family members. It was just something. Again, going through your adolescence stage of 13, it just hit you and you just kind of was like, I need to lose weight.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
crazy thing. Because again, you would think like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe she was bullied,
Mhm.
maybe this happened, maybe that's why. The crazy thing, and this is something that's so powerful for, I don't think just fit, I think just life in general. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not careful, your mind can be your own worst enemy, like your own
Mm.
worst enemy. So, like, I was my own bully for no
Mhm.
reason.
Mhm.
Like, I
Mhm.
was my own bully. I was never bullied. I never had any of that. Like,
Wow.
it was like something internal.
Wow.
So that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so it was just something that like came out of nowhere. And so I remember I started exercising like at the end of like seventh grade middle school. Cause I remember it was like so dramatic because by the time like, from in between that summer of like seventh,
Yeah.
eighth grade, that's when I was really like exercising and eating and doing all these eating healthy and doing all these things.
Mhm.
So by the time we went back to school for eighth grade,
Yeah.
like I was like super, like I was skinny. And so everyone was like, oh my God, like, how did you do it? Blah, 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 all these things. Like I was practically getting praise for it. And
Mm.
and I think during that, because in like 2.5 months, because summer's like 2.5 months, in 2.5 months, I lost like a good 30 pounds. So
2.5
that's a
months, you
little,
lost 30 pounds?
that's not considered a healthy
Yeah, yeah.
that's not healthy. But again, I didn't realize it
You
though.
didn't
And not
realize
even my parents. It was just something, like it just seemed great at first. At first it seemed like something great.
it.
And people would always ask me these like questions. So it made me feel good and it made me feel
Mm.
like, oh yeah, I'm super healthy, like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But in reality, I was probably one of the most unhealthiest people ever because at first I think I lost like 30 something, but then it kind of continued.
Yeah.
So I don't remember exactly when, but I just remember my lowest weight. I went from like 118 when I first wanted to lose weight. Like when I first thought I was overweight and fat,
Yeah.
I was 118. I went to 80 pounds. My lowest weight was 80 pounds.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, I was like if I moved like this, like you could see my ribs,
Mm.
or like a certain ways, like you could really see like my bones,
Wow.
like
Wow.
in certain. So it was getting to that
Yeah, that
point,
point.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but honestly, like it took my parents. Well, even that took a while, but
Mm.
like my parents, like at one point started being like Giselle, like what's going on, like this
Mm.
isn't normal now this is something different, this is
Mm.
something
Yeah.
extreme,
Yeah. Yeah.
like so yeah, I mean there's just so much I could go into, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll just let you ask or ask a question, because I just go
Yeah.
into a lot when it comes
No,
to this.
and you can go a lot in this, and I would not mind because there's people who are gonna probably watch this who are also dealing with the same thing. They, like you said something very important. You can get the mind can get so warped, or you can become such a bully to yourself mentally to the point to where you don't even realize you're doing it. You get what I'm saying? Your
Mhm.
mind it deceives you. You start to literally believe that you're something that you're not, but it's yourself telling you that. So because you're telling yourself that, it's this internal battle that if not given the help, or if not, given the attention, it can lead to some very detrimental things. And
Exactly.
that's what leads me to my next question, in regards to your parents. When you were going through this, or as you were going through this, they obviously, like you said, at first you were getting the praise from people in class and things of that nature. And people are just coming up to you. You're seeing this as a good thing because people are noticing. But then when it started to get to the point to where you're heading toward the 80 pounds, and things of that nature,
Mhm.
how did your parents start to? I guess how did they pick up on it, and then how did they approach you about it? And then also, how did you respond to it? If you don't mind sharing that a little bit, I would love to know how that looked. If you want to go into that.
Oh yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all
Okay.
for it. I need people to, I want to share this, So
Hmm.
so how did my parents like notice? Again, this was a long time ago because I'm 22 now. So
Yeah.
I don't so I try to remember like the best that I can, But I don't know exactly when. I just know at some point they started noticing. I can say though, other people, like other family members or like some of their friends would tell like ask them like, is Giselle sick? Like, is she okay? So I think once people like, I'm pretty sure it might have been like kind of like on the radar a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
But I think once like that started happening, I think that's when they really like were like, okay, like we need to do like let's talk,
Right.
like what's going on? How did they approach me about it? I remember they sat me down and they looked up anorexia nervosa on Google,
Wow.
and they were like, Giselle, like this is you. Like it's like this is you.
Wow.
But like Giselle, like this is you. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? And I was just like, I was very stubborn. I did not, even after my parents came to me about it, it still that took months for me to even accept the fact that I was anorexic. So even after that time, it was still like a battle after that because I
Wow.
was so stubborn and I was so like no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay. I'm cool. Like I'm fine.
Mm.
And so yeah, that's how they approached me. And then what was your other, you had another question. What was your other question?
Yeah, just the aspect of when they approached you, how did they go about doing it? And you shared that as well. But then I think you could just kind of touch on it too, how you responded. You know, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, I responded very poorly.
Oh.
Very poorly. I did not want their help. I thought I was fine. I thought I was healthy. I didn't need anyone's help, only myself. So
Mm.
yeah, I didn't take their help at all. It was really bad. It was very bad. And I think there was something going on with like our medical insurance during that time or something. So I wasn't able to like go to a doctor. Well, either
Mm.
way, I wouldn't have wanted, like it would, I'm telling you, Trey,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was very, no, like I was very bad because I think with anorexia, a lot of people think or like focus on the physical aspect of
Yeah.
it. Like, oh, okay, like she got really skinny. Like, yeah, but it's technically it's also kind of like a mental disorder too.
Mm.
So like my mind, I was very irrational. So and I might even like, oh, depending like how we go far into it, like I could like mention some like examples of how, but
Yeah.
here's one example, but like
Mhm.
I would have like refused to see a doctor, like so but yeah, something was going on with their insurance, so they didn't take me or anything. So I think that might have been like a little harder, like I
Mm.
maybe that's why it took longer for me to like see it and stuff, like maybe if like I would have seen a doctor, but even then I really don't know though, because I was really bad, so I don't
Mm.
even know. I
Okay.
it like it was to the point, if they would have taken me to the doctor, they probably would have had to feed me like forcefully, like forcefully, like I don't know if
Like
they
put you
do it
out.
through a
Yeah,
tube
like
or
put you out and maybe
something,
put, yeah, yeah.
but like it would have been that bad. And like I'm not even trying to be funny, I probably would have fought those nurses or something. No, I'm being
I
serious.
believe you. I believe you. But yeah, yeah.
No, like I'm serious. I probably would have like been. I wouldn't have gone down without a fight. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying because I was that bad. I was
yeah,
that bad.
yeah.
So yeah.
That is so. I'm glad that you're opening up about this because again, you're the first person I've talked to who's dealt with this in terms of an interview. But you're so open and willing to be transparent. So I gotta go. I gotta dig in. Um,
Yeah, of course, of course.
from what I know about anorexia, what I've learned in my past, you know, that's when some people get to the point to where they're sneaking and they're going in the restroom and flushing the food down the toilet or they're throwing up. Did you ever get to that point? Did you do that as well?
I remember I was starting, like I would try, but
Wow.
I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't like actually like
Yeah.
physically like make myself throw up,
Mhm.
but I tried.
Yeah.
So that just kind of lets you know where my head,
Mhm.
I'm telling you, I was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was really bad. So yeah, I definitely tried doing those things. And then like just to give you some examples of some things that I would do, like bad habits.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you have anorexia, you also get very like controlling. Because I think when you have anorexia, you're very like, you want to control the number of calories that you're eating. You have to control this, you have to control that. Because when I'm anorexia, my mind was like, you have to eat this certain number of calories. If you eat one extra calorie, you're gonna gain weight. It's
Oh,
over.
wow.
It's over. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna gain weight, you're gonna be fat, you're gonna be all these things. That's how your mind is when you have that.
Mhm.
So I think that's why like a lot of people who have that tend to be kind of controlling. And I remember I used to like because like when you're into fitness, like you kind of like plan your meals.
Mhm.
So I would actually eat, by the way. So I wouldn't really starve myself, but I became more anorexic because I would exercise like every single day, like high intensity, like no rest type of thing.
Wow.
So but I guess my portions were pretty small though, so that probably was it too. But I used to like sneak like some fruits that I needed to eat that day. So
Mm.
I wouldn't want my family to have it. It was only mine. And like
Wow.
yeah, or like this is a crazy one, but
Share it.
so
Come on.
sometimes No, like no, it's just so like just looking back now, I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Like you know,
Mhm.
but I if I was really craving like junk food or something like unhealthy food, like I remember I used to get like some cookies, like Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
I used to chew it and spit it out so that it, because in my mind,
You have the
that was
taste.
like I have the taste, but I'm not consuming the calorie.
Wow. Yeah. This is good. This is good because this is but you're showing just how strong your mind was around it.
Very.
That is so interesting. Now, were you sneaking and doing all this? Were you kind of hiding and
Oh
okay,
yeah, yeah.
you were hiding.
Because yeah, for sure. Because and I think especially because I thought I was very healthy. I wanted like it. Honestly, it's really weird because I feel like I was hiding intentionally, but I don't know how to explain this. But like I was hiding all of that intentionally, but at the same time, this was all like the whole getting anorexic and stuff. This was all like subconscious
Wow.
like going on, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it wasn't, again, like I didn't mean to get anorexic. This all just happened.
Mm.
Like it, I don't know if you kind of like get what I'm saying. Like it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hard
I
to
get what you're
explain.
saying. Yeah, yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mm.
yeah, for sure. I was hiding whenever I would sneak and
Yeah.
like chew foods and spit it out. Like, yeah, I was hiding all that stuff. And then because I was anorexic, um, like there are some other like things that happen with the body. So like I remember I would start to bruise easily, like very easily. Like I would
Mm.
see like bruises. I think I remember my nails being kind of like brittle, like
Mm.
weak.
Yeah.
So which kind of makes sense because you're like malnourished, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that pretty much makes sense. And one big thing is I lost my menstrual cycle,
Wow.
which usually happens when you have anorexia. So, for example, I don't know if you know this, but like there are certain people who play certain sports that tend to not have their menstrual cycle. So, like ballet, people who do ballet, or like gymnasts, a lot of gymnasts,
Mm.
they won't have their menstrual cycle because the sport requires them to be very
Very, yeah.
like 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 you have to have like the least amount of body fat as you can,
Mm.
but your menstrual cycle happen like you need a certain amount of fat to have menstrual cycle basically.
Wow.
So I at one point, I think I don't remember how many months in, maybe like 6 months into this,
Yeah.
I lost it. I stopped getting it. And it was kind of a concern to me because I remember like the first 2 months I was like, that's weird, like I haven't gotten it. And I remember I did tell my mom, but we were just kind of like, okay, well maybe it'll come, maybe
Mm.
at some point it might come back.
Yeah.
And it never came.
Wow.
And that's a really big like it could be a problem,
Mm.
for sure. And so yeah, I didn't have that. I didn't have my menstrual cycle for like wait, how long? I think like a year. I didn't have it. So but even then, even though I didn't have that, I was still stubborn and I was still like in my head, like, no, I'm fine, it'll come
Wow.
back.
Wow.
But that happened as well.
Mm.
So and then another thing, I do know that because I did lose my period or my menstrual cycle, at some point, like down the line, I started to have like really depressive thoughts because I lost it and because I felt like, okay, this is gonna sound dumb, but like, because I was 13,
Oh, yeah.
I'm 13, 14 at this time.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
but I've always wanted to be a mom, and I still like I plan to have kids one day. Like
Beautiful.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
like I want kids,
Yeah.
like I
Me
know that for
too.
sure.
Me too. Yeah.
Like I yeah, like I want kids. So like at the time, I don't know why I thought this, but well, I don't know. But when I was 13, I was like, oh, if I don't have my menstrual cycle, I will never be able to be a mom. So I kind of thought like I ruined it for myself
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
Uh, so then that kind of led me into like not only with like anorexia, but a little bit of like depression, a
Depression.
little bit
Yeah.
too,
Hmm.
which will kind of naturally come with that. Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
That is
So
wow. This is very interesting.
yeah.
Because
I know it's kind of like a heavy topic a little bit.
No, it's heavy, but it's good. This is good. This is why I do what I do. This is why I bring people like you on, because it needs to be exposed and talked about. Because it's a natural thing that happens. Like you said, it almost subconsciously happened. You you didn't plan to do this. It's like,
I did it.
yeah, you didn't plan it. It's like, no, it's not like Giselle just kind of said, okay, this is going to happen at 13. The mind is so strong that your mental health is so important to the point to where it can literally have you doing things that seem to make sense, or you can rationalize in your mind, make sense when in fact it doesn't.